Same thing, I'm just gonna ease to the rear until I see we just start tipping, foot on the brake, and just watch how smooth this goes down. I love that. Absolutely love that. So welcome back, everybody. If you're in the market for an equipment trailer, you may want to watch this episode. I think I have found one of the best deals on the market, and it's got features that I have never had in a trailer before. So welcome, everybody. I went out and got me a new equipment trailer here for the property to complement our dump trailer that we currently have. As we pick up new equipment, we've got multiple tractors. Now we've got a mini excavator. I need something large to start hauling this equipment back and forth. Being we just took a hit from yet another hurricane, we've got all kinds of cleanup and traveling to do, so it was time to get an equipment trailer. So let me show you my new equipment trailer here and talk about some of the features, because this is new to the market and you may not have seen it anywhere. This is the Iron Bull TWB series right here. This is a tilt deck trailer, and mine is in the 22-foot version right here. I'll explain why I got that length as well. Basically, from this point back, the trailer tilts and you've got one solid ramp for all kinds of loading ability. My particular one comes set up with two 7,000-pound axles. This is a 14,000-pound rated trailer. They have two models as well, the 83-inch wide in between the fenders, your most common width, and a 102. Well, on the 102, what they do is they extend the deck out to here, and it has drive-over fenders. I personally did not need drive-over fenders, and one thing that I like about this particular trailer right here, there's two bolts here, two bolts there. Those fenders pop out. They're removable. You can see they slide and lock right in here. So if I ever need to load pallets or anything else all down this trailer, I do have the option of popping those off. Plus, that makes servicing anything back there, like say the brakes or just getting in and around the wheels, nice and easy. So let's dive right into it. We're going to go over some features, and then we're going to go grab some equipment and load this up. I want to show you the benefits of a tilt deck trailer and why I chose to go with this style over all the other styles out there. So starting with the front of the TWB, one thing that I really like that Iron Bull does is a fully adjustable coupler. Very heavy duty coupler right there. I love the adjustability. That, along with adjustable hitch, I've just got all the room in the world to make sure it's set up correctly no matter what vehicle I'm on. This particular one comes with a 10,000-pound jack. It's also got a spring-loaded plate on the bottom that you can pull out, snap it up or down. The other thing that I have really enjoyed about Iron Bull, by the way, I bought an Iron Bull dump trailer last year, loved it so much, it was so well built, the price is right, I knew I wanted to go with an Iron Bull equipment trailer. 8-inch I-beam frame, y'all. Look at how beefy this trailer is. It's just so overbuilt compared to all the cheaper stuff that I looked at before I decided on this model. A lot of the trailers I was looking at locally had 6-inch C-channel frames, nowhere near the comparison as far as durability and strength in an 8-inch I-beam. Something they're offering on the TWB series right here. Look at how big this box is. I can put all kinds of straps and everything else in here. Extra hitches, tie downs, chains, everything else. I love having a big box like this. We're gonna fill it up quickly. Ordered mine with the spare tire that mounts on the side right here. All the trailers do come with the spare tire mount. You can add the tire after the fact. All LED lighting. I really like this front stop right here, so if I'm pulling stuff on, like say four-wheelers or Rangers, you can run forward and actually bump the tires on that. The other thing that I really like about this trailer, again compared to some of the cheaper models I looked at, look at all the tie-down points all the way up and down the trailer to the rear, as well as D-rings on top and more tie-down points in the rear itself. Up front, tie-down points here, D-rings. I really like that, so no matter what load I have on here, from pallets to excavators, I've got somewhere I can tie off. These 7,000-pound axles do come with electric brakes, something you're definitely going to want on a trailer this size and with the capacity it has. Flush mount LED lights so you can drive over, and the deck and lights are sloped, so when this is all the way down, nothing is dragging. So let me show you how the deck works, because I want to show you the frame and all underneath, y'all. I'm telling you, I don't know how Iron Bull builds their trailers as well as they do and stays at the price point that they're in. So in order to activate the tilt deck, we'll come over here to a latch system. And I want to talk about this because pay attention to all this, y'all, if you're shopping for a trailer, especially a tilt deck, because the locking mechanism is so much better on this than all the other trailers that I looked at. All right, so we'll release this right here. Now the deck is loose. This also has a hydraulic cylinder underneath to buffer up and down. Right now you can see the cylinders in the closed position. That means we cannot make the trailer tilt to go down or up. You can either go to the right to unlock this or left, does not matter, both positions are open. Should mention one cool feature about that is you can go in between open and close to feather the valve to not provide much of an opening. That slows the hydraulic fluid down moving back and forth, and that allows you to control the descent of the trailer, the opening or closing speed. Although wide open, I find it is perfectly fine. You're going to see when we load some equipment here in a minute. So the trailer's balanced perfectly because me can make it go up and down nice and slow. So if you just offloaded a piece of equipment, you don't have to have some major weight on the front to close it back up. You can close it just fine with your body weight. All right, so let's take a look underneath because that's what's very important. I spent a lot of time again looking and trying to decide which trailer I wanted, and you don't know at first. You just typically tend to price shop, and then all of a sudden, when you go start looking at trailers in person, things start really standing out. So again, what stood out to me, the most overbuilt trailer that I looked at, especially in this price range, big frame, far more tie down points than anybody else was offering. Here's what I want to mention about this gigantic 8-inch frame. It goes all the way back over the rear axle. Some you'll see have frame inside a frame, again, smaller frames. I just don't really like the way they're set up. Carrying an 8-inch frame all the way back, this is more than substantial enough for a 14,000 pound trailer. So this is what I really want to talk to you about. Some of the trailers I looked at, you fold the trailer down, it's got just a big pin you stick in, and you only pin on one side of your tilt deck to lock it. I don't like that. That leaves the other side loose, floppy. It's just not a good design in my mind. Here's what I like that Iron Bull has done. You have multiple latching points all the way across the trailer with some large hooks. I don't know if you can see or not, but this is really thick steel. They've got it gusseted, reinforced up here. Looks like 1-inch solid bar stock right there. And that's what these hooks go over. So you're hooking and locking in multiple points off of a large piece of steel. This isn't going nowhere. Here's that cylinder that you basically controls your gravity up and down. You also get a locking point with that as well. Don't forget, if we lock this in a closed position, that's holding the trailer, but ultimately what's the true safety factor is all these locking points across. That was a huge selling point to me, not just having some random pin you stick in going through a frame off the side of the trailer. I really did not like that. All right, I know it's dark, but if we take a look underneath the frame, I mean, look what we're looking at right up here up front. 3x3 box square tubing, a nice solid subframe, another 3x3 tubing, and then it starts going to a little bit smaller stuff, but very tightly spaced all the way down the trailer. I like seeing that. Some of the other trailers I looked at, the spacing was much further apart. Some of them even using angle iron. There's just no comparison. You're also getting strength here, especially for your tie down points. I see gussets all the way down, so that's good. I like seeing that. Another very important thing that a lot of people don't realize, there's different types of tilt trailers out there. You want to get one that's got a pivot point at least the rear axle or behind. That is very important for the way these work. This one is, and don't forget, this large 8-inch frame carries all the way back. I mean, overall, a really nice trailer. Now, if you're not familiar with tilt deck, we need to have a full conversation on that while I load some equipment and show you how beneficial it is. For no more upgrade than it is to go with a tilt deck over a traditional style with the ramps, you get so many more benefits and features. So a lot of y'all have seen our Iron Bull dump trailer on the channel. I bought it for a lot of the same reasons you see here today. Very overbuilt compared to a lot of the stuff available locally. And when you compare it to the big, heavy duty built name brands, it looked just as good a quality for thousands of dollars less. So that's why I went with an Iron Bull dump trailer and bought that about a year ago. Now, I bought my trailer from Trailer Country. By the way, they have stores in Florida where I bought mine, stores in Georgia and in Tennessee servicing the Southeast here. The reason I went with them, honestly, the price was one of the best I could find. So I made a video after I bought my dump trailer. By the way, I paid full price. They didn't even have a clue I was making the video. I thought the sales and service was excellent. And a lot of y'all called them and a lot of y'all bought trailers from them. Awesome. I thought they were good people. They deserved the business, in my opinion. So that's why I knew I was going to go get my second trailer from them, and I knew I wanted to go with Iron Bull because, again, the quality versus the price, oh, it was absolutely there compared to a lot of the cheaper built stuff that I'd seen. Now, Trailer Country carries everything from the trailer that you've seen that I have here today, tilt decks, fold-up ranch style, your traditional style, all your dump trailers like you've seen that we use here on the channel. including roll-off trailers, which I just discovered. I could see that really being beneficial and an awesome business around here right now with all the hurricane damage and cleanup that we have. To so much more, their trailer yard is stocked full, all different size trailers in stock, ready to go. Now here's the thing, whenever I picked this trailer up, I had no idea the impact that the last videos had of me using the dump trailer here on the property. So many of y'all called in. I said, that's great. Would y'all be willing to offer a discount for our viewers if they call in on any equipment trailers, especially something like the TWB? They said they would. So if you call into any of the Trailer Country locations, tell them you've seen it on this channel, and guess what? They're going to offer you a discount. I thought that was awesome of them to do that. I'm going to continue to get my trailers from Trailer Country. We have multiple types of equipment here. Look at this. This is the key benefit to a tilt deck trailer and something y'all really need to consider when you're shopping. No matter what equipment I have, from a single-wheeled motorcycle to my 6-wheel lawnmower, and by the way, that 6-wheel lawnmower is one reason why I mainly wanted a tilt deck, because it's got wheels in multiple different locations. Well, guess what? When you have 2 ramps that fold down, that's a little bit of a problem. You can kind of work around, but you got to be very careful. When you have a solid ramp, I can drive anything I want up this, from a 1-wheeled vehicle to, don't care how many wheels you got, to a tracked vehicle like an excavator. The other cool thing about this is I no longer have to pull out big heavy ramps, fold them down, move them behind the wheels of whatever's up here, pray that I got it right, hope I don't fall off. I've got a full ramp ready to go. It just makes sense. So having a solid ramp is the key difference on going with a tilt deck. It's just so amazingly nice. Plus it gives you all this room back here. Instead of ramps being in the way, I can technically hang equipment off if I want, like say a tractor mower. Now to keep this video from going too long, I'm actually going to get my father's equipment trailer, like what I'm discussing, bring it over here, and we're gonna do a side-by-side comparison here, a really in-depth comparison. I think we're gonna do a trailer series because trailers are so popular, and I have found out so much when shopping around for one here recently. But you can clearly see the benefit that a full wide ramp gives you. Plus, back whenever I was building the house, whenever I was renting and buying man lifts, for example, anything really close to the ground, forget about it. You can't get it on your standard equipment trailer with steep ramps. With something with a full deck like this, you can get stuff very low to the ground, from cars to man lifts to all kinds of stuff. Enough yakking, let's load some equipment on this and show you. I want to give you some general ideas in case you're loading similar equipment, and I'll show you how this trailer works. I think you're going to be surprised. Now, because it's 115 degrees here today on the heat index, we're going to do a little loading in the shade. Sorry, I know it's not the best camera angle. All right, here's a small 4-wheel drive tractor that we have. Loader and bucket on the front, little stump grinder on the rear. Let me show you how easy it is to load up something like this, and look at how smooth this trailer is. This is with the hydraulic cylinder on the fully open position. I can feather it back and make it close up even more smooth and slower. All right, so all I have to do is ease forward till I see the trailer start tipping, foot on the brake, and just let it do its thing. How amazing is that? Now just pull slightly forward. Want to make sure I get plenty of weight on the trailer before stepping off. Check my tongue weight, and now I can get down, close the hydraulic cylinder, latch and lock the trailer, and I'm good to go. I can move around anywhere on the trailer to adjust my weight. Now I don't have any ramps to go fool around with, nothing, done. So just for comparison, here's a 24 horsepower tractor, loader on the front, stump grinder on the rear. I mean, you see how much room we have here. Whenever we do the side-by-side comparison here in the future, I'm going to start hooking up more equipment and showing y'all what size trailer you really need for certain size tractors. Same thing, I'm just going to ease to the rear until I see we just start tipping, foot on the brake, and just watch how smooth this goes down. I love that. Absolutely love that. All right, so let's try something a little more substantial. A mini excavator. This one has an extra large counterweight, a bigger arm, and I'm running my largest 3-foot bucket, about 8,500 pounds in total here. I want to show you still how smooth we can close this with that. Look at that. Nice and easy. So this piece of equipment is one of the main reasons I got this trailer. By the way, something else I forgot to mention, you can absolutely walk on these thick fenders. Some of the cheaper models that I was pricing out to get built locally, like almost look like stamped steel sheet metal fenders. Bend up super easy, can't walk on them, not removable. Too many reasons not to buy one of those cheap trailers. All right, so if y'all are curious about this, here's an 8,500 pound excavator on this trailer. Tons of room available, still not at max capacity on this trailer. And if I want to, being an excavator, I can just swing around and watch myself pull right off of this. All right, let's ease backwards. There we go, nice and easy. I can't tell you how much I love that. After years of borrowing equipment trailers, having the old cheap models, having something like this, it's a game changer. All right, last test, let's go grab my larger 66 horse John Deere tractor, pull it on here. All right, here we are with a very big load. Large rotary cutter out the back side of a 66 horse John Deere cab tractor, water-filled tires, and bucket on the front. This is gonna be one of my biggest loads that I carry, minus my grapple. Okay, let's see how all this works out. Pull further forward to reach the tipping point on this. Oh my goodness, how smooth was that? I love it. Thought I was gonna have to go further forward than that because I've got this big mower on the back. All right, let me show y'all something very important and an awesome selling point to a tilt deck trailer. Now, as you see, I still have plenty of room up here. What if I were to be bringing a grapple and a bucket? You know, I could push the bucket up here, grapple kind of underneath, good to go, but it would take up a lot of room. Now, if you go to the rear, this is such a long package. You can hang equipment off the back. I can back a lot further up depending on where I need to load. And I could hang this mower off the back, absolutely no problem. There's still plenty of it contacting the trailer. Now imagine if you had fold up ramps here like on those cheaper built trailers or a 20-foot trailer on top of that. You'd be in trouble. You couldn't fold your ramps up if I had this a little further back. With a tilt deck, you can hang stuff off. That is the other awesome selling feature of one because no ramps. Now the good news is since I got a 22-foot trailer, I can pull further forward and have nothing hanging off the back here. But I just wanted to show that in case you wound up with a smaller trailer, and having no ramps does have a benefit. I've still got plenty of room. This is the reason, this package right here, is why I went with a 22-footer over a 20. All right, now here's the cool thing. One of the videos I have planned, I'm gonna put a lot of work in it for y'all, especially because a lot of new tractor owners and new tractor buyers watch our channel. What is the right size trailer? I have all different kinds of attachments, not only for the front of a tractor, but for the rear. And I have two different size tractors here that we can test. We're gonna put all kinds of implements on both of them. Pull them off and on this trailer, maybe even a different style trailer. I'm gonna show you the benefits, the proper size. That way, if you spend good money, good hard-earned money of yours on a trailer, well, I want you buying what's gonna serve you correctly. There's no more sickening feeling to spend thousands of dollars on a good trailer only to get home and realize, man, it doesn't fit all the equipment that I had. I thought that it would. So we're gonna try to help you out with that. All right, y'all, here is my new Iron Bull trailer. I couldn't be happier. I was back and forth on tilt deck versus regular ramp, going with a cheaper trailer, versus fold up flat ramps on the back, which is a very nice trailer. Ultimately, I decided it's best just to go ahead and get the tilt deck. It serves so many good purposes for me, and I honestly don't see a negative with it at all. It's got so many positives. A huge shout out to Trailer Country. These guys have been awesome. I've now got my second trailer from them. Easy to deal with. Go check out that website right there. Give them a call. Don't forget, mention you've seen it on our channel. It's about to immediately get used. With the hurricane that just hit us again, we have cleanup to go do at Mom and Dad's. I have multiple friends that I'm gonna go help do some cleanup. We've got stumps to go take care of, debris, we've got mowing, we've got all kinds of traveling planned in the future. This trailer couldn't have come at a better time. We're about to be putting our equipment to use. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'll put a link down in the description to the trailer. I'll also put a link down in the description to Iron Bull, the manufacturer for this trailer. So if you want to go check out all the specific specs on it, you can see them there as well. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.